This young lady right here is Jamie. She's one of the team leaders at By the Hand, and she, I don't know what we'd do without her. She is just another special lady. Okay, and we have Mia, another special lady. Okay, they're nervous. Look at it. They got notes and everything. Look at it. Come on. All you gotta do is talk to me. Come on. On the end here, we have Gene Borkowski, one of our most faithful volunteers. And Gene, I got to tell you, when the word got out that you were in a panel, 3 people were fighting for the chance to ask you questions. So, they said, if we can embarrass Gene, we're in. That's exactly, I quoted somebody. I won't say who it was. But anyway, so, all right. So, Gene, the first question is for you then. How did you get involved with Faith in Action, and what are some of the activities that you've helped us out with?
You know, when I was thinking how I originally got involved, and it was a handful of years back, and I'm guessing it went something like Rich saying, "What are you doing Saturday? Do you want to go fishing?" And I can fish. I don't have a lot of talent, so I'd go fishing. And you can meet with a lot of kids, hang out with them. You know, I like doing that as well. And so that was a simple thing. That's how I got introduced. And I like the name Faith and Action. I like that a lot. That struck me. Where I get involved is with the fishing. Throughout the summer, late spring, I think, as well, early fall, the kids come out and fish at Needhama's, Chuck and Angela's Palatial Estate. Beautiful property, beautiful pond, and it's up for sale, right? They have it for sale now. Anyone here buys it, I get a piece of that. And the kids come out there and we hang out. Yeah, you might throw the ball around. There's a stand. You go up, climb a tree. There's a tractor that takes kids around in a wagon. We're on a boat. What are those boats? You press with your feet, paddle boat. There's a rowboat, and I think I like most just hanging out with the kids. You walk around, and talk, and see what they're up to, how school's going, and it's great. And there's fishing too. There's a lot of bass and bluegill in there, and that's pretty much it. It's a good day. And I cook hot dogs. I think, am I officially the head?
You are the cook.
Okay, I cook more hot dogs than anyone in this room, including Oscar Meyer. And if you've seen the grill that was done on, it's past its time. If anyone can donate a grill, can they talk to you when it's done, Rich? Yes.
Gene has a problem with my unclean grill. And Chuck, you know what? Answering your question, Chuck, do you think we're going to pray for you to sell that property? It's not happening. No. Okay, Jamie. Next question is yours. Tell us briefly what your role is at By the Hand and what it means to have volunteers helping.
So, I think first to talk about my role, I have to talk about John 10:10. And Jesus is telling a story about how he is the Good Shepherd, and he says this verse, and it goes, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy, but I have come that you might have life and have it abundantly. And I think that's where my role begins, and the why that I am a team leader. So I shepherd 22 kids. I got a couple on stage here, and I'm basically a resource for them. I hang out with them after school. Mia is going to tell a little bit about what we do. And yeah, I get to shepherd them mind, body, and soul. So we care about their academic work. I get to do homework with them and visit teachers. And we care about their body. So I'm in charge of dinner and food, the kitchen. And so we care about nutritious meals, and we care about their soul, so we get to be with them as they learn about who Jesus is and what a relationship with him can look like. And volunteers helping out is huge. I think a story. I'll tell a story about recently. So we have been having split homework time. So we have one section of homework, then we go to dinner, then we have another section of homework. And I was talking to Mr. John the other day, and he was saying, you're talking about volunteers and how amazing they are and how much we need them. And so he told me the story about how the first section had volunteers. And we have some kids that are really, really struggling with their academic work. And also, some of them struggle behaviorally. So, if kids don't understand what they're doing in work, it's easy to act out, right? They don't know how to, read the question, or they don't understand, so they're gonna just act out, which is normal. And so what happens is when volunteers come in, so these kids not only get to sit down and have one-on-one work with a volunteer, but they also get to figure out how to behave and how to enhance their mind, and also to get that one-on-one time with an adult who's a regular is so important. So Mr. John was saying, yeah, the first room, they were sitting down, they were really engaged in their schoolwork, they were learning so much. And then the second group didn't have any volunteers, and it was just a struggle, just to be real, in terms of having one adult or two adults in the room, and then trying to get these to help every kid. It's just really hard. And so volunteers are so important for us. It means the world to us to have them help with homework or help us in the kitchen. It means really helping kids have a fun life. So.
All right, thank you. For those of you who don't know, Faith in Action kind of partners with an organization called By the Hand Club. Started with some people at Moody Church, Donita Travis, a good friend of mine. And we partner when we've adopted that site on 130th Street in Hawkell Gardens there. And that's where a lot of the kids come, that we do all these events that you saw. And we provide some homework time and tutors. And that's all on this sheet, that volunteer sheet on the table. So, Ms. Josh A., you're next, okay? All right. How long have you been going to By the Hand Club, and why do you go?
I have been going to By the Hand Club since I was in first grade. I keep coming to make a change in my life. My goal is to learn new things about God and Jesus, and to be transformed. Things about God and Jesus, to be transformed by Him. Coming to get my grades up and going to the next grade. And that was my goal. Grades up and go to the next grade.
All right, good job. So what grade are you in now? What grade are you in now? Fifth grade.
I am in 5th grade.
I've known you since you started at first grade, huh? Yeah. All right, cool. Well, since you have the microphone, I'll ask you the next question. What is your favorite part of club, Josh?
My favorite part of the club is chapel, because I love learning different things about God and Jesus. I like how God led His Son to pay for our sins. And I like learning to forgive other people because I want to respect others.
Good job. Are you ready, Mia? Okay. Simple question for me. Okay. Tell us what you do at club and how it has helped you at school.
Well, we do homework, chapel, then the raffle, read out loud, and have dinner. And it helps me at school because it helps me work out my problems.
Cool. Another question for you while you're at it. What events have you been to with us, and which one is your favorite?
I've been on the pumpkin patch, fishing trips, and I am in the Gardens Club. My favorite one out of all of them is the fishing trip, because we get to catch fish and going on the little paddle boat. Yeah. So that's the reason why I'm thankful for fishing patch.
Good. I like you. Yeah. Shay, what's your favorite activity? What are some of the things you've done all these years with us?
The events I have attended are the farming trips and the fishing trips and the pumpkin patch. My favorite one is going to fishing because I am an adventurous girl and I enjoy being in the country and I like to put the bait on the hook.
Nobody talks about hoeing or weeding, do we? I've been very disappointed with their hoeing ethic, to be honest with you. So, I love you guys. So, yeah, we do so many things like this. There's a reason. We show Christ's love through everything that we do, and there's a spiritual warfare out there for the souls of these kids, and thousands and thousands like it. Kids this age are being gang influences, and yeah, it's a warfare out there. We're just doing what we can. Okay, Jamie, you're next. Can you describe the partnership a little bit between Faith and Action and how it impacts the kids?
Yes. When I think of Faith in Action and By the Hand Club in Allgale Gardens, it's hard for me to separate the two in my own mind. So I think our partnership is very close. So many of our field trips, so many of our volunteers that come every week come from Faith in Action. And their consistent presence with us has made a huge difference with our kids. Even just hearing about the different experiences that they've been able to have through the field trips. I mean, dairy farms and fishing and putting bait on a hook and, just the different experiences that our kids are able to have broadens all of our perspective and our horizons and what's possible for us and for our kids. Yeah, our world and our God is so big, and I think Faith in Action really helps us by partnering with them to see that. Our kids get help with homework and get individualized attention. That is huge. So our kids getting one-on-one time with an adult is a big deal. To have someone actually invested in their lives is huge. I don't know about you, but when I think back about who made the most impact in my life, it was someone who actually came alongside me and partnered with me in life and taught me, what it's like to either follow Jesus or do well in school or, just live life with each other. That's huge. Eric Shea, one of our students, said this in the van on the way over. I've known Mr. Rich since I was in first grade and started coming here, and he's my friend, and we get to there she is in the back, and we get to hang out, and I've known him forever, and I think that's huge. Thank you, Eric. I think that's huge. It's a testament, I think, to our partnership with Faith in Action. Yeah.
Thank you. One more question. This is for Mr. Gene. Gene, this is on a personal note. You've given us so much and done so much with us. You share a little bit about what motivates you, and it's probably what motivates a lot of us.
Yeah. Truthfully, tell you the truth, what motivated me, I think, was frustration for years, decades. We turn on the news, you get violence, you get shootings, you get murders, and you throw up your hands and think, what can I do about that? And, how do I change all that? And the answer is, but there's another answer. You can get involved. In individual kids. It might be two or three kids and in your life. It might be, God willing, 10 or 20 who can make an influence and impact, change. maybe not change their lives, but point them in a direction. Okay, get involved. And it doesn't take a lot. You show them you care, you give them time. That's what it is. That's simply it. I would encourage anyone, you might have a niece or a nephew that needs a mentor, needs someone in their life, some direction. You might have, a kid on your block. Get involved. You just might need someone to talk to. Give them a phone call, send them an email. Ask them how his report card is. Take them out for a bite to eat. That's what it takes, and it's not always. It's not always easy. Sometimes. I think in my heart, there's times I think, oh, I got so much work to do at my job, or it's going to rain, I got to get some yard work done, or it's sunny, I should go golf. I always got an excuse. But there are times, not often, where I'll drag myself there, and I can tell you this: I've never ever come back not feeling rewarded. By being with these kids. Yeah. That's the human side. On the spiritual side, 2,000 years ago, Christ was asked, what's the greatest commandment, teacher? He said to love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and to love your fellow man or fellow kid as yourself. And I think being involved with faith in action allows us to do both, to love the Lord and to love our fellow man, woman, kid. And I back that up with Matthew 25:40, and I'll quote, the king, they're speaking of Christ, will reply, I tell you the truth, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers of mine, you did for me. So you have an opportunity to change lives and serve God. What better use of your time could you have? So, and I love the name, Faith in Action. It's great to pray. These kids, the leaders need prayer, okay? And it's great to do things. They have action, but something comes about when you put that faith and action together. So I just want to thank Rich and Jody for all they do for these kids, and thank God for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Let's give our panel a hand.